Hi, you're on the This Is Crime channel. I'm Matilda. Listen to my new story. Jasmine Richardson and Jeremy Steinke. Bloody History. City of Medicine. Hat, Alberta, Canada. A 12-year-old girl named Jasmine Richardson met Jeremy Steinke. Jasmine's parents did not like this communication because the admirer of their daughter was 11 years older than her. In addition, the guy had no education, interrupted by casual earnings, and was fond of gothic. Jasmine's parents, successful entrepreneur Mark Richardson and accountant Deborah, could not allow their daughter to meet with Jeremy. However, Jasmine and Jeremy had their own plans and a shared passion, a commitment to the gothic subculture. At the time, Jasmine frequented several social media platforms where she actively created an image of a mysterious goth girl. The platform Vampire Freaks, now defunct, was a meeting place for representatives of gothic and punk subculture. The girl created her own page, where she posted photos. Interests Jasmine listed on the same platform included loud music, tattoos, bats, horror movies. Jeremy Steinke claimed to be a 300-year-old werewolf who enjoys the nightlife lifestyle. It seemed to Jasmine that this guy was the perfect choice. When Jasmine's parents found out who she was communicating with, they revoked her internet access and took away her phone. The girl was furious. Jeremy was also very worried. According to him, for him, Jasmine was the only close person, a pretty, cheerful girl who approved of his tastes and replaced the society in which he did not fit in. Now, Jasmine's parents have deprived the boy of the only person who supported him. That's when Jasmine went on the sly. She told her parents that she realized everything and broke off the relationship with the guy. In fact, even then she started to hatch her horrible plan to eliminate her family. One of the emails she wrote to Steinke said, "It starts with them disappearing and ends with us staying together," Jasmine wrote in the email. Jeremy liked the idea and told Jasmine that it could be done more creatively. They were both convinced that they couldn't be together as long as Jasmine's parents were alive. April 23, 2006, Sunday. A neighborhood boy was waiting for Tyler Richardson, Jasmine's younger brother, to come out for a walk. But the boy was still gone. The boy looked into the Richardson house through a window in search of his friend and saw a man lying on the floor. He ran to his mom and told her what he'd seen. 10 minutes later, police enter the Richardson home and find Mark and Deborah dead on the first floor with multiple sharp force injuries. Tyler Richardson's breathless body is also found upstairs. In the room, detectives noticed a family photo of the Richardsons. It showed 4 family members, and Jasmine, the oldest daughter, was absent from the home. Police hypothesized that someone had broken into the family home, kidnapped Jasmine, and cleaned up everyone in the house as unnecessary witnesses. However, this theory had to be abandoned when police searched Jasmine's school locker. Between her books, the police found a comic book drawn by the girl. In the text of her own composition, she described in detail how she would deal with each of her relatives. In the comics also appeared Jasmine's assistant named Jeremy. This discovery turned Jasmine into a suspect. Now the police had a new lead, someone named Jeremy. It didn't take much effort to figure out who it was. Several of Jasmine's friends knew about their relationship. On top of that, they confirmed that the couple had a motive. Soon, Jasmine and Jeremy were arrested on suspicion of triple murder. For 2 days after the deed, the couple vacationed with friends and laughed about how she and Jeremy had massacred the Richardsons. No one took them seriously. In police interviews, Jeremy and Jasmine accused each other of soliciting the murder. Jasmine said she never intended to carry out her plans. Jeremy claimed that Jasmine begged him to rescue her from the clutches of her parents. According to the detainees, on the night of April 22nd, Jasmine opened the doors of her home to let Jeremy in. The girl then left upstairs, and Jeremy went to the living room where Deborah was watching TV. The noise woke Mark, and he rushed to rescue his wife, but Deborah was dead by then. Mark got into a fight with Steinke, but suffered multiple wounds. In the last moments of his life, he barely mumbled one question: "Why?" Jeremy's answer must have been the greatest shock of his life for Mark. He said, "Because your daughter wanted it that way." According to their prearranged plan, Jasmine was supposed to have ended her brother's life by this time. But investigators were never able to figure out who exactly killed Tyler, as Jasmine and Jeremy gave conflicting accounts. Jeremy said that Jasmine massacred Tyler without help. For her part, Jasmine claimed that she wouldn't have had the strength to seriously harm the tough boy. Jeremy then left the house. Jasmine spent a few hours in her room and then called a cab and went to the trailer park where Jeremy lived. The cab driver later said that Jasmine didn't look like she had just lost her family. For the next 24 hours, Jasmine and Jeremy lived their free lives, meeting friends, going for walks, going to restaurants, and the movie theater. On July 9, 2007, Jasmine was found guilty of 3 murders. By this time, she was 13 years old, and under Canadian law, a person under 14 at the time of the crime can receive no more than 10 years in prison. Of those 10 years, 4 years Jasmine had to spend in a psychiatric institution. The rest of Richardson's family, as well as her acquaintances, were outraged by such a lenient sentence. In May 2016, Jasmine was released from prison. Doctors who observed her reported that she was sincerely remorseful for what she had done. Jeremy Steinke was found guilty of 3 counts of first-degree murder. On December 15, 2008, he received 3 life sentences and will only be eligible for parole after 25 years. Jasmine Richardson's attorney said that, in this case, the system worked perfectly, and that the girl is unlikely to reoffend. Jasmine's criminal record will be expunged 5 years after her release. Now Jasmine lives in Canada under an assumed name. Many people who are not indifferent to this story wonder, is it possible to change after such a thing, especially after spending all her youth in prison? Well, time will tell. If you like this story, subscribe to the channel and put a thumbs up. Look forward to more stories from the team of our channel. This is Criminal.